Summer Bash arrives to Ark. Genesis Part 2 finally coming to Switch. And could we be seeing disappearances in more ways than one? You're right, kids, it's Raasclark and welcome to your regular Ark community news. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share around, and let's get into it. So Community Crunch 417 giving us a giant shot of a giant shark about to swallow a inflatable survivor whole. Wish megalodons were as big as this looks, though they can be in an event we're about to talk about. Wildcard let us know that the Summer Bash is out and running until July the 17th, of which we're going to talk about all the details. With some transfers coming your way to the centre on July the 26th. I know a lot of people have been anticipating this one. 10 AM PST or 1 PM EST. You people and officials will be able to transfer from your Scorched Earth or island maps with your items and creatures all the way to the centre. With a bit of a platform update from Studio Wildcard letting us know that in supporting modders that they're working on improvements at a platform level for the dev kit modders work on, with improvements in the future looking at cross-platform mods in particular, taking hopefully a maximum moderation time of 24 hours. It's been sometimes days, even weeks in some examples, so great to hear there's going to be a smaller, quicker turnaround time for modders out there for those cross-play mods. And on top, they have reminded us this unrestricted premium mod system, a sort of kind of try before you buy scheme, which I'm glad to hear they're still pushing out, and hopefully we'll see that in the weeks ahead. It seems some servers are going to be closing. Good grief. So early in ASA's life cycle, they're going to change these to expire. So good news for people who want center servers, clean center servers to play on. Apparently, there's some new added to the network titled as expire servers that indeed will expire exactly on August the 3rd. So at least allowing you to go and sample those and have a little play on some cleaner maps, not too overloaded with other players. But bear in mind, I probably wouldn't build too much on those. It's a very interesting new concept. With official modded server transfers coming through as well, where players will be able to transfer finally between at least a small group of selected modded servers. Though, for example, creatures that you've obtained on Svartal Farm, you won't be able to take over to the island or Raasclark. With holy hell, the Switch is finally getting an update. It's been a long time since we've heard anything about this. It's getting Gen Part 2 on July the 22nd, along with the Rhino Natha. Wow. Something I'm very curious to see how this performs on Switch. It was a definite struggle for players on console, especially that Rockwell boss fight, looking at you in particular. How is this one going to perform on Switch? I really look forward to the feedback on this. Please do keep in touch. So a giant patch drops just recently, revealing the Summer Bash event, along with a big update to Club Ark, which I got a hands-on look at, checking out all the new differences to it. A lot of new aesthetics, obviously, a summer vibe to this, a beachy resort to play on, rejigging the Club Ark you know today, along with a brand new mission for you to play. We had a quick look at this, had a go with a few players on official servers, and it's relatively simple, really fun, and easy to win. In fact, probably the best way to farm tokens if you're looking to try and get things like the Rhino Natha within Club Ark. Though along with this new event inclusion, there was a bunch of new updates, including the ability to now trade with players, a definite interesting new feature where you can literally transfer anything within your upload to other players, which begs the wonder, could you do this with anything uploaded from any server at all, able to move stuff that you're a bit concerned about losing when you transfer onto your next server, and definitely helping out players at the same time, like me giving someone here a Rhino Natha. A player list finally. I don't understand why this isn't a thing with every server. I know console used to have it, but they don't. But you know, it's a good thing to see at least in Club Ark. A brand new event mini-map, so you know where everything is, so you can get to them with ease. It was a bit confusing trying to find different locations, and now you know exactly where to go. And a rejig of the wardrobe, so now you can see all the different cosmetics and equip them as you like, including the new shark skin suit that you unlock by doing said event via Club Ark. Sadly, it seems that the shark skin is currently unable to be unlocked in single player. Hopefully Wildcard patched that. But if you want to unlock any of the other skins for the Summer Bash event, simply go to your smithy, go to the holiday folder, and you will find them all here, able to be crafted using cooked prime meat, of which you're going to need a lot for every single cosmetic in the game, including some new structure skins, cooler, and a barbecue, which we're going to craft now. Why not? It is worth noting some of these do need only cooked meat, but of course prime is the one you want to go for some of the cool things, such as inflatable Rex costumes. And don't forget your Sarko skins, which, by the way, if you're wondering, once crafted won't appear within the smithy and will instead transfer straight to your cosmetics tab. Which, by the way, if you don't know how to apply, you simply select the skin, pop it on, job done. You've now got that skin forever to put it on any small boxes you want to make your own cooler, and if you want a barbecue, job done. And there's your Summer Bash skins. A cool new feature with this is the ability to now dye any of these custom cosmetics. So if you want a beautiful bright green Rockwell, you can do that now, along with any supported cosmetic skins. And the ability to finally chat within your inventory. I never understood why this took so long to patch in, but it is now a thing you can do, at least on PC. Not sure how you would do that on console. And on top of the Dear Jane modded content being merged into the base game, so you now no longer need to have that mod installed if you want to see those Bob's Explorer notes. Optimizations to save worlds. You're able to save a bit more efficiently. Apparently it takes around 85 to 100% faster. Pyromane's got a slight nerf. A dropped cache only having 4 seconds left until decay. When cryopoded, it's a little nerf. Not really a big enough nerf that I think it needs. Finally, players are able to mount saddles without spinning in any rotation. A thing we've had since the start of Ark Ascended. You know, when you sit on a saddle, you know, face the right direction. A very welcomed patch indeed. The centre North Ice Cave has had an extended moon pool. We spoke about this before. It's a bit bigger, perhaps not as big as I expected. I thought perhaps it might be a little bit bigger than this, but bigger is always better, especially if you're trying to raid bases within arguably one of the most OP locations in Ark. Some unintentional build prevention areas outside of caves, and creature spawns are finally in the underworld. No longer will you find a vacant world of nothing. When you venture down into the depths underneath the center, you will find creatures such as these Rexes. Yes, they do indeed spawn down there as well, for you to tame and live down there to your heart's content. Quetzals, you want Quetzals, they're a thing. They're meant to be in the center flying around. Well, they haven't been until now. They've been patched in. You can now find Quetzals flying about for you to tame. Though I did notice with this patch some very obvious appearance issues of the underwater sea. It's looking a bit grey matte-like, with a few exploitable safe areas in the boss arena fixed on top. No cheese in that for you. And the Broodmother's health bar colour has been changed to reflect the correct difficulty. And finally, hopefully, is this the one? Is this the patch where Dragon will not become invisible to you players out there? Something I've never experienced myself, but I've heard many players have encountered this thing just poofing into thin air and never to be seen again. Apparently, Wildcard have attempted to fix this numerous times, I believe. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this is the one where finally, when you summon Dragon, you fight a dragon. But of course, if you're playing unofficial, you may have already seen this. Poof to your tech turrets was a result of this patch. All tech turrets unofficial gone. Invisible, deleted, see you later, goodbye. So, resulted in Wildcard needing to roll back all official servers, though I believe they only rolled back the PvP servers. With Xbox and Windows receiving the patch much later than everybody else, with crossplay servers on top, it was a definite stink within the official Discord, and finally got resolved with you being able to place the tech turrets today, just now, just recently, including the new tech armor chest double jump boost, which was broken with said patch as well. A lot of people kicking off a real stink within the Discord with this patch. I saw numerous complaints, but honestly, it's still not as bad as that base destroying Fabby sniper bug. Remember that one? Blowing up your tech bases. Still a pretty bad one, of course, but I'm just wondering how PvE is getting on. I guess tech turrets aren't as needed as much on their servers, but even so, have they lost all of their tech turrets? And with all of those issues, there was a lot of downtime for servers everywhere. A lot of people complaining. Yeah, it is what it is, I guess. I assume Nitrado probably was slow to push out patches because of the game-breaking issues that were faced. But something else that could be even more game-breaking. A lot of you reached out to me about this one. SEC filings of publisher Snail Games for Ark and Studio Wildcard. It seems that they're in a bit of a pit where their share value has gone below the minimum $1 amount, giving them 180 calendar days to regain compliance with the bid price rule. What does this mean? I won't begin to pretend I know exactly how stocks and shares work, though it possibly could spell some doom and gloom for Snail Games. It could see them going out with a wet fart, but from my understanding, there's a lot of other routes they can take to manage to ensure they're still in the running. So probably take this with a pinch of salt, though I was urged to certainly share this information. And, you know, in the worst case scenario, I think if Snail Games go under, that could really spell a very dark, bleak future for Ark. Therefore, I think it's pretty obvious why we're seeing things like this, the Pyromane, with more fantastic creatures seemingly directly pushed by Snail Games as paid creatures for maps to come in the future, trying to, I guess, keep them afloat. Is it enough? I guess only time will tell. And there we go. That's your news for today. Some highs, some lows, some very questionable times. But content, you know, I'm all about this. New things to see and do. Supporting Switch, that's an absolute wild one indeed. And what does the future hold for Snail? I guess we'll have to wait and see. How do you feel about all this? Comment below, let me know. Until the next one, my name's Raasclark. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, peace out.